Let's take a look at the latest updates from the commodity market, including gold and silver, movements in the Indian and global stock markets, FII and DII trading activity, and all the major developments from the world of crypto, only on Stock Overview. Good evening. Here's your gold and silver weekly update for 20th December 2025. Starting with international gold, XAU USD is trading near $4,338, up 0.14%, indicating mild global strength. COMEX gold is also positive at $4,387, gaining 0.52%, reflecting continued safe haven demand in global markets. However, the Indian market tells a different story. MCX gold declined by 325 rupees, closing at 1,34,196, showing domestic profit booking pressure. The same trend was seen in gold ETF gold base, which slipped marginally by 0.05%. Now shifting focus to silver, the outperformer of the week. XAJ USD or international silver surged over 2.5%, trading above $67. COMEX silver jumped sharply by 3.48%, signaling strong industrial and investment demand. This rally reflected clearly in India as MCX silver soared by nearly 4,900 rupees, closing at 2,08,439. However, silver ETF silver Bs ended slightly lower, down 0.36%, hinting at selective profit booking. To sum it up, gold remains stable but under pressure in domestic markets, while silver clearly outperforms with strong momentum. US markets. Dow Jones closed at 48,134.89, up 183 points or 0.38%, showing steady buying in blue-chip stocks. Nasdaq Composite jumped 1.31% to 23,307.62, leading the rally on the back of strength in technology and AI-related names. S&P 500 ended at 6,834.50, gaining 0.88%, keeping the index less than 1% away from its all-time high as sentiment improved after cooler inflation data. Currency and Europe. The US dollar index hovered around 98.7, edging up roughly 0.3%, reflecting mild dollar strength after data-induced rate expectations. In Europe, the FTSE 100 added about 0.61%, helped by gains in energy and financials as investors looked past growth worries. Germany's DAX and France's CAC 40 also finished in the green, up around 0.37% and 0.01% respectively, signaling a cautiously positive tone across the Eurozone. Asia-Pacific action. Japan's Nikkei 225 closed near 49,500, up just over 1%, supported by tech and export names as traders reacted to shifting Bank of Japan expectations. Hong Kong's Hang Seng climbed about 0.75% to around 25,690, extending its recovery from recent lows amid selective buying in Chinese tech and financials. China's SSE Composite advanced roughly 0.36% to 3,890, while South Korea's Kospi gained about 0.65%, indicating a broadly positive risk mood across Asia. Back home, Sensex settled at 84,929.36, up 447.55 points or 0.53%, driven by strength in auto, oil and gas, and select financials. Nifty 50 closed at 25,966.40, higher by 150.85 points or 0.58%, as bulls maintained control into the weekend with broad-based buying across large caps. Overall, from Wall Street to Dalal Street, bulls had the upper hand this Friday, with tech and AI themes powering the US, Asia staying broadly positive, and Indian benchmarks marching to fresh highs as the year-end rally picks up pace. Now, taking a look at the crypto market update. The overall crypto market is trading under pressure today, with most major cryptocurrencies in the red. Bitcoin is hovering near $88,000, down 0.33%, indicating mild weakness in the market leader. Ethereum is also trading lower at around $2,973, slipping 0.15%, showing a lack of strong buying momentum. Among altcoins, Solana is down 0.45%, while XRP is trading slightly lower by 0.14%. BNB has declined by 0.43%, reflecting selling pressure across large-cap tokens. Broader weakness is visible in high-risk coins as well. Cardano, Dogecoin, Polkadot, and Shiba Inu are all trading in the red, with losses extending up to 1%. Meanwhile, USDT remains stable near $1, suggesting investors are staying cautious and temporarily moving funds into stable assets. Overall, the crypto market remains in a risk-off mode, with investors closely watching Bitcoin for the next directional move. Let's begin with a detailed look at today's Indian stock market performance, where benchmark indices closed on a positive note, supported by broad-based buying across key sectors. Benchmark indices overview. Starting with the benchmarks, Sensex gained over 447 points, closing near 84,929, while the Nifty 50 added 150 points, ending around 25,966. The positive close indicates continued confidence among investors, with buying interest seen in banking, auto, pharma, and infrastructure stocks. Banking sector performance. Let's move to the banking space. Bank Nifty closed higher at 59,069, gaining over 156 points. This reflects steady accumulation in large private and PSU banks. The PSU bank index also ended in the green, highlighting improving sentiment in government-owned banks. Meanwhile, private bank stocks showed mixed but stable movement, suggesting selective buying rather than aggressive risk-taking. Sectoral indices, broad market strength. Now taking a look at sector-wise performance. Auto stocks performed strongly, gaining over 1.2%, supported by expectations of stable demand and margin improvement. Pharma stocks rose nearly 0.9% as investors continue to see pharma as a defensive and long-term sector. Realty stocks gained close to 1.7%, indicating strong interest in real estate-linked companies. Infrastructure and capital goods indices also moved higher, reflecting optimism around government spending and long-term growth projects. Energy, metal, and commodity stocks. Energy stocks closed with healthy gains of nearly 1%, tracking firm global energy prices and stable domestic demand. However, metal stocks showed only marginal gains, indicating cautious sentiment amid global economic uncertainty. The commodity index ended moderately higher, suggesting mixed trends across metals and raw material-linked stocks. Consumption, FMCG, and healthcare sectors. Moving to consumption-oriented sectors, FMCG stocks posted decent gains, reflecting stable demand and defensive buying. Healthcare stocks gained over 1%, driven by selective buying in large pharmaceutical names. Consumption and services indices also closed in positive territory, showing overall market breadth remained strong. Underperforming sector. On the downside, Nifty Capital Market Index ended marginally lower, indicating some profit booking in financial intermediaries and capital market stocks. Market summary and outlook. To summarize today's session, benchmark indices closed higher, sectoral participation remained strong, and the broader market showed resilience. Banking, auto, realty, pharma, and infrastructure stocks led the gains, while only a few pockets witnessed mild profit booking. Overall, the market tone remains positive but selective, with investors closely watching global cues and upcoming economic data. That's all for today's market wrap. Stay tuned with Stock Overview for the latest updates from Indian markets, global trends, commodities, and crypto.